Hey everyone, it's Terry with Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care with another episode of Training Tip Tuesday. Today is episode number 9, and we're going to talk about the place command. So, just a little bit about Good Dog Coaching and Pet Care. We are a pet sitting and dog training company located in Gwinnett County, Georgia. We've been in business for going on 10 years, and we've been Best of Gwinnett since 2011. So what we do is we help families, whether they're traveling and they need someone to take care of their pets while they're gone, or if they work long hours and they need somebody to come and walk their dog midday to burn off some energy and let them go potty. We do that. We also do or offer dog training services, whether it's basic obedience or behavioral issues. We come to you, we work with you in your home, with you and your dog, and help you to solve the problems you might be having, or if it's a new puppy and you need to learn how to navigate puppyhood, we can help you with that too. So we love helping people and their pets, and we've got a team of pet sitters all over Gwinnett County, and soon to be additional trainers too. So very excited about that. We've been growing, and through the help of our wonderful clients, and so that's why we're here. We're here to help as many people as we can. That's why we do the Training Tip Tuesday, to spread some education and love and help you have a better dog. So again, today we're going to talk about the place command, and the place command is a great command. It's great for state of mind training. It's great for teaching your dog to just chill out. So your dog doesn't have to have been exercised to do this, and you can build up having your dog in place for up to several hours actually. So the place command is basically a go to that place and stay there until I release you. And it's usually on a mat, on a dog bed, something like that. You can have multiple places throughout your house. You can take them with you when you travel, or use a mat or a blanket. Now if you've got slippery hardwood or vinyl floors or something, a blanket's not too good. You'll need a mat with a grippy back, like a bath mat type of a mat, and obviously appropriate to the size of your dog, because we're asking our dogs to go there, get on it, and stay on it until we release them. So important to know, when they're on place, they can sit, stand, lay down, get up, turn around, lay back down. They can do anything they like in regards to that, as long as they remain on place. So as you can see in the background, Cole is on place right now, and I'm going to show you how we start with a dog that might be new and doesn't know about place. You start with using a leash actually, and I'll show you how that's done. So I've got her on a leash. Okay. And okay is Cole's release word. So whether she's in a sit or she's in a down, she's not to break that command until she's released using the word okay. So I've got a leash on her, and this is so that when you're teaching your dog initially, you can use it to direct them onto place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to, and as I'm walking up to place, I'm going to say place, and I'm going to point to the place I want her to go. As soon as she has all 4 feet on place, I'm going to mark it with good. And I'm only going to leave her there for a few seconds, and then I'm going to release her. All right, so it looks like this. Let's go. Place. Good. That's good. Good girl. Good place. Okay. Good girl. Yay. And she's actually working for her breakfast this morning, so I'm using her food 1 kibble at a time to do this with her. And you can do the same thing. Ready? Go. Place. Come on. Good. Yeah, that's a good girl. Good place. So if your dog, at first sometimes they might try and go around the mat or around the bed. They might walk over it and right off the other side. That's where the leash comes in handy, so you can direct them where you want them. Good. Good girl. And once they get on it, again, once they step on, all 4 feet are on. The moment the 4th foot hits, you want to mark it with good. all right? And initially, in the beginning, you know, Cole's done this a few times, as you can tell. Initially, they might try and get off. So I just like to, when I first put them on there, kind of stand there with them, wait for them to settle before I then release them. Because I want them to get the idea that go there and kind of settle down. They don't have to lay down, but look, you know, at least sit down before I move. I'm not going to tell them to sit, and I'm not going to tell them to lay down. I want them to figure that out on their own. This isn't the sit or the down command. This is the place command. So as soon as they do, then I'm going to start kind of trying walking around a little bit, moving around them while they're in place. They can move around on place, but if they step off, the first foot that hits outside of the mat or the bed or whatever you're using, you would mark that with no and direct them back to place. Again, that's why the leash comes in really handy. So that gives you access to control. All right, so I'm going to release her. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Cole, place. Let's go. Good. Very good. That's a good girl. Good girl. Good place. Good. So, you know, over time you want to be able to work up to moving all around, doing different things, maybe bouncing balls, kids running by, dropping food on the floor, whatever. And, you know, if you're, think of this as an island in hot lava. If she steps off, the moment one foot hits, you mark it with no and bring them back. Place. Good. All right. So building up the different distractions that might be going on around them and building up the amount of time that they stay in place. So I could be working at my desk and have my dog initially in place, okay? And again, the reason why this is great state of mind training, a lot of dogs these days, they're just kind of, they don't know where to settle, or they're getting into things, or they're, you know, out of sight, out of mind, going potty in the house. But if you taught your dog place command, you can have them remain in place and be with you, and they're working. You know, think about when you go and you're working a job or you're learning something new. It takes a lot of mental focus, and that tires you out. So does this, all right? They have to focus on staying in place, staying in command, under command, the whole time they're here. So working up to 3 or 4 hours of them being in place at a time would kind of look like, you know, in the beginning, you'd be having them get on and having them get off and having them get on and having them get off, and then build up maybe 5 minutes on, release, maybe do a couple sits, couple downs, back in place, another 5 minutes, out, you know, that kind of thing, 15 minutes, out, some sits and downs, go for a walk, go potty, whatever, come back, 15, 20 minutes in place, and over time you can build up an hour, you know, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in place. You know, if you think about it, if she weren't in place, she'd be laying down somewhere, you know? So this way she's actually working. She's using her skill. What can I use place for? I can use place, let's say if I've got people over my house, once she's learned it, right? I've had people at my house, and I want my dog to be part of what's going on, but I don't want, maybe I've got someone that's afraid of dogs or whatever. She can still be part of what's going on, but not milling about with, you know, around people. Here's an example I always use, you know, went to visit family, and we had kind of a family reunion, and we were all getting ready to sit down and eat, you know, a bunch of people sitting down at a table eating. I don't want people feeding her food from the table. So I had brought a blanket from home. I laid it over, you know, in a corner, told her place. She went and laid down. She watched us for a few minutes and went to sleep. You know, she stayed there in place for several hours while we hung out, had our dinner, had conversation, had dessert, you know, and it was all great. That same trip, the cabin that we were staying in, the toilet broke down, so they had to send somebody over to come and fix it. You know, instead of having to put her in another room or something, when the guy that's coming to repair it is coming and going, I just put her in place. She's, you know, the door can be open, he's coming and going, doing what he needs to do, and she's in place. Okay, so there's lots of uses for the place command, but in the meantime, I need to use it every day so that my dog is good at it when I need it at times like those. And it's just like anything, the sits, the downs. Why do we incorporate them into our daily routine? Is so that when we really need them, the dog's really good at it, you know? Same as the recall, which is coming when called command. All of these commands, if you work them into your daily routine as a way of play, then when you really need them, you know, your dog's going to be great at it. So, all right. If you have any questions about this or anything else, hit me up in the comment section, or you can email me at info@gooddogcoaching.com, info@gooddogcoaching.com. Again, or in the comment section, you can visit our website at www.gooddogcoaching.com, www.gooddogcoaching.com. Love you guys. Hope this helps you, and look forward to seeing your questions about this or anything else. All right? Take care.